live with some, this isn't Thirsty Thursday, bro. I'm shaking. This is a Freaky Friday. I told you shadow work can come at any time. Let's get it over with, shall we? Oh my God, Becky. I just got into it with Morgan again. And I got 2 inches from that woman's face and I said, don't you ever talk to me again. I told that bitch to her face, don't you ever talk to me again. Since I know I'm in the shadows, I'm going to get some shadow cards and confirm what just happened. Let me breathe. Who am I? Lilith reincarnated, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, Starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God. As I said, I am the dark goddess, the Lilith. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. This just happened. What happened? Well, I invited her to come down and smoke on my way back. I waited for nearly 30 fucking minutes. I told her it's getting hot. I'm going to go inside. She finally comes down. We start to smoke. She has plans to go get a car. Now, this is what it started with. The same shit that happened with B. And I was like, Morgan, you do realize that I just got into a big fight with B over the same situation, right? She started fucking screaming at me. I wanted to point out what she said. Why? Because when a person defenses, they let out their shadows. They let out their insecurities. They let out all of their jealousies. They let out everything. Their defense is everything. Pay attention to the defense, the move of the defense. Who taught me that? Kobe Bryant. All right, so here's how it started. 2 days ago, I got here. I saw her. She had told me this long-ass story how she ain't got no car seat. I got to go to the store, and I offered to take her to the store not knowing this. So then I go to take her to the store, and she doesn't have a car seat. And I feel obligated because she gave me a new TV. And so I take her to the store, which is only a few blocks away, but still I feel condemned for this. I take her to the store, no big deal. Yesterday I say I'm going to go to the store. She asked if she can go. And I already know she ain't got a car seat, and I'm not okay with this. And I didn't say shit. And I started to just kind of hint towards it. I was like, dude, I got caught without, my kid he just didn't have his seatbelt on in Mojave. And I lost my fucking license, dude. It cost so much, I lost my license. It's not worth it. And I tried to say that the other day, whatever. So then I asked her, what are you doing today? She's like, well, I'm supposed to go down to the Springs and check out this car because my dad's going to buy me a car. So I say to her, I was like, hey, bro, you're going to get a car seat before you fucking go get a car, right? She starts laughing, of course. But and she starts going on and on about why she doesn't need a car seat. And I finally stopped her. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that it's optional for you to have a car seat? And she goes on and she dances around the circle again. I was like, and I let her finish her conversation with herself and, going back and forth of why in the old days and this, that, and the other. And I was like, okay, but for me and for a lot of other people, it's not an option. We don't get in the car without a car seat. We just don't do that. And then when I said that, she got all defensive. And she's like, I feel like you're just trying to fucking pick a fight. I was like, I'm not. I just got into a fight with fucking B over this. And I'm wondering why you think it's okay to do the wrong thing. Why you think it's an option not to do the right thing. I was like, why do we put our kids in car seats? For them to be safe. Right? Because if not, they're not strapped in. They're not safe. That's the whole reason. Right? And she starts raising her fucking voice at me. And she's like, you're out there. And this is what she says. She's like, you're out there fucking leaving your kids to go to fucking concerts and get drunk and chase dick. Stop right there. I don't drink. I didn't go to the concert for dick. And she's got it all fucked up. But when she said it, I knew. It's like, you're just fucking jealous because I have a social life. I don't drink and I wasn't chasing dick. And everybody, it's in the videos, why I really went to the concert was to initiate bone. That was the whole thing. To give them the light, to speak to the other side. And so she's running her mouth at me and she's trying to, so now that I've caught her, no, I didn't catch her. She spilt out that she's a shit person and that she breaks the rules and she doesn't care. And now I've hung her with it. And she wants to point fingers at me and make false accusations out in the broad daylight saying that I'm this person. And she's raising her fucking voice at me again. Said, you always want to get fucking defensive and you're never wrong as to why you can't follow the rules or just be a good fucking person. Right? And she's like, I was like, something like that. And she's like, and I was like, out there chasing dick? You're over here sucking on fucking gummy worms, your baby's daddy's dick, so you can get high, you fucking tweaker. It's like, could you pass a fucking drug test? So what is that to you? Could you pass a fucking drug test? Look at all the fucking weight you've lost. I was like, I just told you I have 14 days left on my fast. So she's totally fucking gaslighting. This bitch want to act stupid. I said, you're never fucking wrong. And you want to get all loud and defensive as to how you have an option not to follow the rules and the rest of us do. Said, stay away from me. And I walked off. I'm going to ask you the same question I just asked this cunt ass. Is it an option to have a car seat? Is this an option? Okay, for a good mother or a good father, this is no option. We don't put our kids in the car without a car seat. We don't do that shit. It's knowing the difference between right and wrong. And if you don't know, then somebody better teach you. And that's why she said, well, why didn't you say nothing to me the other day? I was like, because remember, the last time I tried to tell you, you acted all defensive and started acting just like this. Nobody could tell you anything. I don't tell people how to parent for apparent reasons. Really? Yeah. So she sat out there as she omitted to full guilt. And then when I asked her, could she pass a drug test? And I was like, you're not fucking tweaking. You couldn't pass a fucking drug test. And she accused me of being a tweaker because I lost weight. I told you I've lost a significant amount of weight. It's unreal. Really? I mean, it's just part of the flow. And that's why I was a little unhappy with my body right now. Really? I mean, I used to be thicker. That's all I can say. But to accuse me of chasing dick, alcohol, or drugs, you are totally projecting, you fucking tweaker. And all I asked was why you're out here trying to get daddy to buy you a car. Why don't you? And that's what I told her. You can get on Facebook Marketplace and get this is what I mean. I told her, this is how the conversation said, I'm sure you can get one for free. Kids outgrow them. She's like, yeah, but I need to check the difference between a booster and I was like, dude, at this point, do you think it matters? As long as she's in one. Meaning anytime she leaves here with somebody, that kid's not in a car seat. She said she just got pulled over the other day with her friend. So I bring it up and she ends up calling me a fucking tweaker, a whore, and an alcoholic. I told that bitch to stay out of my face. I got that close. If I ever get that close to your face and you can smell my fucking breath, you better know it's over. And she did it in front of all these neighbors, which she already told me. The neighbors look at her like she's the plague. That was her words, not mine. She's like, I'm ghetto. What are you going to do about it? And when she said it, I thought about fucking Sophie. It's like, you don't even try to be likable. But you sure want to feel bad that nobody fucking likes you. Am I surprised? Not at all. I made a decision not to deal with her to begin with. It probably was in somebody's cards. It's probably in fucking Steve's love tarot or something. Really? Yeah. But that's all it takes, bro. All it takes is you to question somebody's behavior or actions or doings, and they turn into a fucking idiot. Oh, I'm not doing nothing wrong. The bitch, you ain't doing nothing wrong. That's what I asked her. I didn't even fucking tell her. I asked her if this was right. I let her, and that's straight fucking psychology. Reverse psychology? Straight psychology. That's all I said. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that it's an option? It's optional? That means that the individual gives themselves an option. You gave yourself a free will choice when there was no choice to be had. Really? Well, in her sense, and she's like, and this is her story. Well, my dad drove me from Detroit to here, just sitting on the freaking console. Aren't you supposed to be a better parent? Did you think that's all right? Or you just like to tell that story and you think it's all right for a kid not to be in a car seat? Why couldn't your dad put you in a car seat? Realistically, I mean, there's these stories, and you're supposed to be right, and I'm supposed to be wrong. There's not, this is wrong. And I'm just asking you why you're about to put this kid that runs crazy in the back of the seat, you're about to put him in the back of somebody's seat and, ride all the way to Colorado Springs and back. And that's going to be cool after you just told me he don't got no license. That's what I mean. Like, seriously, bro? Seriously, bro. And she got all crazy at me. And I was like, nah, don't never talk to me again. Can I forgive her? I forgive you. But just stay away from me. You're never fucking wrong. I cannot deal with a person like that, bro. And what does she get for that? Karma. Calling me out my fucking name and getting loud at me. And I live here too. Getting loud at me and calling me everything that you are. I knew what she was about before I got here. And God said just to be kind. Until when? Until I can't take it. I'm not dealing with this. I refuse. And I want you to see it. I'll give you a chance, dude. I'll give you a chance. But the second you fucking act like this, dude, I'm done. You have one opportunity. You get one chance, one opportunity to fucking self-reflect and change. I'm not gonna fuck with you, bro. That was the stupidest fucking answer I ever fucking heard. She's a cunt ass bitch. I mean, obviously my weight loss is that apparent that she accused me of some shit. But don't you fucking defamation of character. You just lied on the Holy Spirit, screamed it, made false accusations across the whole neighborhood, screamed it on a beautiful sunny day while people were getting out of their cars. What do you get? You get karma, bitch. You get karma. You get karma, however God sees fit. And I'm going to go on with my life. You're going to see me out here in this neighborhood. You're not invited to my fucking cookouts or fucking nothing. You better stay the fuck away from me. Yep. I'm gonna be just as fucking cold. You're going to see cold. You're going to see the coldness I gave B. Fucking chick. Crazy. Crazy. You thought you were going to talk to me like that in public and get away with it? I got in her face. And let me tell you, she's 4 foot something and I'm 5'3". And I was this close to that chick's face. You stay the fuck away from me. You and your ugly little dog too. Where are we at? I don't know. We're in the beast of corruption. Am I mad? No. I'd just be irritated with the shit. It's like, damn, it's already week 1. I knew it was going to be shit before, though. I realized it last time. I made videos, like a week worth of videos about this chick. Really? Oh, man, and all her fucking bullshit, bro. And she on some bullshit. Talking about, I don't even want to get into it. I'm not even gonna. Let me just read the shit. Really? People, bro. That's something I don't deal with. That's that shit I don't fuck with. Do I forgive you? Yeah, just don't ever talk to me again. You fucking called me a drunk, a dick-hungry bitch, and a tweaker out there. Because you don't use a car seat. Don't never talk to me again. Ever. Not never. No, not never, bro. Not never, bro. Not never. If I hear your kid crying down the street, that's your fucking problem. Fuck you and the whole fucking family too. Really? Swear to God. She said I leave my kids all alone so I could go out and have dick and go get drunk. Bro, my kids are fucking teenagers and you hate that. These motherfuckers at my age, our parents were gone for weekends. Parents that had jobs. I'm sorry that yours didn't. You never seen no shit like that before. You never had to survive on your own. Cunt ass? What a cunt. Realistically, yes. Act like I'm leaving babies at home, but yet yours is the one breaking through your door. You're still locking yours in the house and she's breaking out, walking through the hallways. Are you fucking kidding me? They hate me, bro. You know why they hate me? Because they ain't me. That's somebody that's supposed to be your friend. And that's what I said. I don't have friends because friends turn into enemies. She's not my enemy. She's just a punk ass hoe. that God used to get me a nice home. Fuck that hoe. Really? I'll turn on you so fucking quick when you do some shit like this. Call me out my fucking name on a glorious day when I just was extending myself to you. Bitch, ain't nobody got to smoke with you, talk to you, look at you, or even address you, bro. I'm gonna treat you like the plague like everybody else. Here comes that loudmouth bitch. Journey. Dante is appalled to meet Simonists, several of whom are popes. Is this really where we're at? Jesus. Who use their religious office for personal gain. He rebuked them, comparing them to the seven-headed beast of the apocalypse. Well, that's what it is, and he comes for the seven churches. That goes back to Bishop bullshit. I'll have to fucking tag him in this shit. I said that earlier in my earlier video. I was watching a video about David Koresh and the difference between my cult, what you'll call as a cult, my church, my organization, versus all these religious factors. I give you God. Through me, I show you that God is expressed through me. This is where this card is coming from. I don't hold God and say I'm the only one and you can't have him. I say that I'm the only one that's doing what God says and you need to listen to what he's saying, and I'll tell you every day what he's talking about. I'm fucking Moses over there, fucking boop, 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 sending out his fucking messages up my ass. Realistically, yes. Anyways, divination. Power corrupts. The seven-headed monster from the book of Revelations, which we are currently in, is a symbol of the debasement of the rulers of the earth that precede Armageddon. We must be vigilant about the effects that authority and influences can have upon us and any groups we are part of. And that's it. The effects of the people around us and any groups. I said that earlier, bro. You've given power to all these people and you need to give it back to God. These people are your gods. You need their approval more above God's. And God doesn't approve of this. Really? You put your parents, your kids, your friends, your work, everything above God. Including yourself. And going back to the earlier teaching, God lives within you. Without loving yourself, you're not caring for God, which is caring for the broken parts of you, not lavishing yourself with expensive food and fine linens. That's exactly what it says not to do in the Bible. And then she wanted to break that down. So what does it mean that you're fasting? Because I looked at her, I was like, dude, I'm going to barbecue. I got 14 days. 14 days. She's like, well, what does that mean? You just drink broth? I was like, when I'm super hungry, I bought some. I was like, but no, it's just liquids. I was like, it's the start of Lent season. Do you know what Lent is? You know, Ash Wednesday? People give up. They sacrifice something for 40 days as Jesus did. So nobody in the world is probably doing what I'm doing, but nobody in the world is a Holy Spirit like me. I was like, but that's what it is. It's a sacrifice of this world. You give what means most to you to God. To be blessed times 10. You give him your finest, and that's for me, it's food. I love my food. So I gave up this for God. Realistically, yeah. And so I was telling her about that. And, she was questioning and all that. And that's it too, dude. You always want to question a bitch. Get the fuck out of my face. You want to question and be like a bitch. But then when you don't like the bitch, you want to fucking get all negative about the shit. Yet you want to tell me, ceremonies, but you don't want to fucking do the right thing and put a car seat in a car. I left that Facebook group today because I saw this post. It's like, I need a spell for my neighbor to put against my neighbor. And I got in the comments and everybody was just flooding all different kinds of spells without even knowing the situation. She just wants to curse her neighbor. I was like, I'm out of here. Really? No. Let God judge you. Let you all be judged for the things you've done. May they all come back to you. And that's what he said would happen in these times. And I'm grateful to watch this. When you see a person suffering, dude, you always want to be like, oh, how sad. You don't know why. You don't know what God is teaching them and what they have done to deserve this. And you automatically want to run to they always want to play victim to their suffering. Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. All the way. It's bullshit, bro. There's no fucking devil, dude. God is paying you back for what you've done. Your evil thoughts, your evil actions, your evil deeds, bro, is coming back to you times 3. And it's going to hit everyone else you spread it to. your little friends, your little family, your little groupies, the whole fucking thing comes crashing down, bro. That's the glorious part of the Revelation days, the end of the book. It always comes down to the end. Why? So, because of the promise of the new beginning, you pieces of shit. We want the new beginning. You want everything to stay as it is so you can keep your power, your greedy little hands on everything. You can lie and cheat and steal and hate on people. You want to stay an evil person. You don't want to be forced into goodness. Well, good riddance to you. It's the best part of this book is his destruction. This is why I'm here. Is to see the destruction of all evil, which is what? Mankind. 144,000. How many will perish? 3/4. Last time he took out all of them except for one family. Who are the chosen ones? Many are called, few choose. That's it. I love this part. This is the part where the beat breaks down. This is the year of, these are the tribulation days of suffering. And what comes next? The Armageddon, which is what? I don't know, some big ass fucking asteroid comes hitting the planet according to your guys' decision. What is it? God, in the form of a big fat rock. A burning flame of fire falls from the sky. I don't know. Who cares? Are you worried? Because you're part of what group? Us chosen are not, don't choose to worry about that. Why? Because we know that we're covered in the blood of Christ and that we can walk through the fires and never smell of the smoke. But he's going to burn your palaces to the ground because they were built on the suffering of other people. And that's righteous. Everything that's done in the dark will be brought to the light. All of her dirty ass little secrets were just blasted out in the parking lot for everyone to see. Everybody saw her. How gross of an individual she truly is. Before I came, she just walked quietly and pretended to be a nice, pleasant neighbor. They saw the truth of that gross woman when she tried to get gross with me. And I'm sitting out there pretty in a little dress and a bow in my hair. She's acting like a crazy person, and I tell her to never talk to me. Keep your drug addicts and criminal friends away from me, too. Fucking low vibrational whore. Really? I'm out chasing Dick. Bitch, Dick is chasing me. Really? Seriously, though. And I'm going to go back to it. I love this story. You know what's poetic? Bobby is the only man that I have slept with now in 8 years. I have not slept with any man outside of him in 8 years. All that stuff all of the memories and shit, freak show, all that stuff, fucking everything else, that was way before. He is the only person that I have slept with in all these years. So I've only slept with the man I love. I've never slept with anyone but the man I love. So you can't even get me on that. Whatever I do with him, it's out of love. And that's the beautiful story and all that fucking Scorpio Lilith energy. I do it for love. Anyways, moving on. Divination. Let's see. We must be vigilant about the effects of authority and influence can have upon us and any groups we are part of. It begins with small indulgence. Those in position of leadership take advantage of their clout to have their way. If not checked, they may use this privilege to serve their own ends. In whatever situation you find yourself, consider whether the larger goal or the greater good is being served. If not, attempt to restore things to right, serving your true mandate. Really? Sometimes I'm hearing a rap song. A couple of them. You give up. Marshall, why did you say that? I heard you say that. It rang a bell the other day, or playing on the radio or something. He said, I sold my soul for a Grammy. Did you really? You feel like you lost your soul in the pursuit of that Grammy? What did that mean? How literal were those words? You believed it was all about that, and I don't know. Just wondering. I imagine When music stopped being so important in your life, the competitiveness of music, life got a lot better. There was other things that were pretty good about life when you stopped worrying so much about music. It took probably a lot of discipline to break your patterns, to force yourself out and not spend so much time not, you know, obsessing about music and progressing and all that shit. Watching Russ, watching a little version of yourself, yet you're so old and you're still doing such stupid things. Yeah, sometimes you do things for the right reason and then you realize you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. It starts out for the right reason. Hmm, really? Yeah, I like the next one. Why? It says lunar exile. You're kicked off the moon. You're not allowed to hang out with the moon goddess no more. Really? Dude, she's crazy. I forgive her. Really? She just got me fucking riled up. I'm pretty good at alchemizing those feelings. I had to get in her face and tell her never to talk to me though. Have I ever gotten that face? Oh, if I get that close, it's serious. I want you to hear me. Make sure you hear me when I say this. Don't ever talk to me again. Really? Let's see if she heard me. Seriously? Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you are. You're sorry. But the behavior has to stop. It stops here. No Cali card. I'm trying to get the Morgan card. Really? Yes. I talked about Cuckoo Lane and Morgan. Let's see where we are in our dark and dangerous. I usually don't pull these cards unless it's a Friday or Saturday. We're just pushing on into the future. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, that was the Lover's card, is what we had last. That was a great card. What is this one? Incitement. We're going to war. Really? Sure, why not? Instigating? Is that what incitement means? What does this mean? Yeah, I think we're gonna go. I think we're going to war. Fuck her, bro. I'm serious. I had already cut her off mentally, like before I got here. I knew I was gonna have to face this. Really? Yep. Well, that was easy. Did you guys get into a fight over a fucking car seat? She called me all kinds of fucking bullshit. Really? That's how you know you can't trust that person, bro. She's like, and you're not on drugs? Look at all the weight you've lost. Don't do drugs. I hate y'all, bro. Fucking drug addicts. Fucking drug addicts. Fuck. Anyways, incitement. Action. Choose a side. War cry. I feel like I'm gonna do it. My hair's down. I'm ready to go, bro. Tell me when to go. Tell me. No, it was light. Really? No, get out of my face. The three Morgans stand at the battlefield, weeping, weapons raised, screaming a war cry. On the hill beyond, the army is stirred to action by their battle cry. Often, the Morgan stories, she incites action from the gods and heroes. The Morgan incites law to take the arms of the second battle of Whoa, I'm getting a download. What is this? Mortura. But we had more something. It was a ascending master that we just went through, which was power. And later in the battle, she speaks a Rosk to stir the gods to fight more fiercely in battle, helping them achieve victory. The Morgan plays many roles in battle. She can appear as a death omen as the washerwoman. She may choose to aid warriors as she does for the Tutha in their battles, but she can also incite warriors into frenzy and inspire them to take up arms as she urged law to do. As Numain, she brought madness. These are my triple aspects of the Morgan. I guess we're getting deeper into that, and that's what I said. Dude, what's going on with me and Wolfman is the Morgan to the Kuchu Lane. Really? There's three dark sides to me. The Morgan's probably the best side you're going to get. Really? It gets darker? Always, always darker. And he's supposedly the god of war, and now he's meeting the goddess of war. So what do? We fight. We fight. That's what we do. Really? Yeah, we fight. As Niman, she brought madness to an enemy, hosted, making them fall upon their own swords. But there is also another kind of battle madness she can stir in warriors. Ion, what is this? Eon Gal, or Blackbird of Valor, is one of the many terms used to describe the hero's light, or battle madness that yeah, battle madness that could come over warriors on the battlefield. Often these terms were, Jesus Christ, that's a long word, anthropomorphize, I don't know, and associated with animals, given that one of the Morgan's favorite form is a raven. It seems fitting. Divination meaning it is time for action. If you're trying to decide what direction to take in a situation, it's time to choose. Otherwise, opportunities will pass you by. I told you, you only get one chance, one opportunity. This action should be clear and intentional. Take action and be clear in what you wish to accomplish. Incitement also indicates motivation. Once you begin down a path, perhaps the hero's light will come upon you as well, and there will be no stopping you until you accomplish what you have set out to do. This card indicates time is importance. Important. The chance may not present itself again. Depending on the card around it, incitement can also indicate that a situation will move quickly, and there may be a lot of emotions behind the task at hand. What are they calling us to do? I don't know. I don't really gotta do nothing. Spell to invoke the hero's light. Oh, okay. Use this spell when you know you are facing a demanding situation and need to call upon your inner strength and some help from the gods to win your battle. The hero's light has been described as an actual radiance coming from the brow of the heroes. In other terms, this madness can be more like that of a, what is this? Berserk, where the hero is even physically grows monstrous at the incitement as this incitement descends upon them. In any case, it should be only when you truly need it. The invocation is written in Rosk form, meaning the last words of each line is the same word that begins with the next line. Rosk appears in multiple stories, and Rosk Kath it was a form of battle magic using this type of poetic form. You need a theme and an offering to the Morgan. We don't do hers. Why? Because she's crazy. She's another one of these crazy witches that pray to me and think they know me, but they don't know shit, and she's just doing wicked shit. Spend a few minutes, blah, 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 until shines like the sun. What? I'm not going to get into this. The next fucking page is forgiveness. That's always Jesus on the way. Really? Yeah, you got to take action. It's Juperian. Strike while the iron is hot, is what I heard. Really? Yeah. I don't know what this has to do with you guys. I did, though. It's like I sit there and that's where nobody sees it coming, bro. She's like, you just want to fucking pick fights with me all the time. I said, no. You're always defensive about everything I say. And you always want to get loud and defend what's indefensible. Realistically, she just wants to get fucking loud. You want to get fucking loud? I get quiet. I don't have to get louder than you, but I can. I don't know. It is what it is. Realistically, you're petty. I'm not. Bridge fit. Would you put your kids in a car without a car seat? Logic, how do you feel about this conversation? Marshall, what about baby Elliot? You gonna put him in a fucking car without a car seat and go for long periods of time, or just anywhere? Just fucking anywhere? Would you take him to the gas station? Would you take him to fucking McDonald's? Is it okay if your daughter is just riding in the front seat with your grandson and doesn't have a car seat? Would you feel okay about it? Would you question her? Would you tell her that she needs to get a fucking car seat? Would you buy her a car seat? Would you think it's important or it's not important? Anybody else want to get in on this? Okay, we can go back to the original argument where B was like, well, she should know better. Well, we can say that, she hangs out with a bunch of poor ass people that don't have that kind of, you know what I mean, understanding, I suppose. Nobody tells her how to be better and she just gets away with it. I don't understand it. I don't know how long she's been going without one, but why would you be going through the streets without one? And when I said something, she accused me of being a tweaker and drinking and dick hungry. And that pissed me off. Anybody would, don't you think? You fucking serious? I didn't really. I laughed because there's nothing to even argue about. You're so fucking wrong. It's not even funny. Really? Where are we at? Ooh, the kraken. Release the kraken, which is what? Karma, Poseidon. The emotional storms that come with fucking Pisces. There should be some Neptune out there fucking with you. Ooh, we went to Mermaid. What number is that? Number 3. We're in the deep. We're going deep. Really? The deep, the dark, and the dangerous is what these cards are called. Manifested these for a long time too. Really? Hey, dude. And that's where it is. Hey, man, I sat out here for 30 minutes in the sun. I literally, that's what I said. She's like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm getting a suntan. See my little mini skirt? I'm getting some sun. Really? Oh, yeah. I tan immediately. I need to get, my first layer of crispiness. Bitch, you're burnt. Not yet. Not yet. I call this rare. I'm rare. You, on the other hand, are pudgy white. Moldy almost. Anyways, going back to it. I sat out there for 30 minutes, gave up my joint just to get into all of this. Shit, I could have minded my own business. It was going to happen. Realistically, yeah. Because I knew yesterday she wanted to come with me to the store. And I knew she didn't have no car seat and I wasn't going to do it. She's like, well, I'm waiting for my friend. And I was like, well, I'm going to the store. And that's why I left right away. You did it on purpose? Yeah, I didn't want to get part of that. And yet she was doing it again today. I was like, dude, that's not cool, bro. And if you tell her, then you're going to get into a fight too. On page 17. And that's what it is. People don't want me to tell them that they're not good. That's not good. Who the fuck are you? You're going to accuse me of something bad because you're being bad? This is stupid. I'm out of here. Realistically, yeah. It is good to know everything. Great mysteries can fill you with wonder, but this is a very positive state. Be curious. You do not have to share everything with everyone. You can be selective about who you share the, what is this, minuet of your life with. Value your privacy. Duality. Seen, not seen. Revealing all or mysteries. There's no secrets. There doesn't seem to be any secrets. The universe doesn't seem to allow me to keep secrets. Really? No, I think it has to do with the fact that I'm just Morgan, or that I'm just Lilith, and I tell you all the universal secrets. Really? Yeah. I don't have any secrets. I'm just saying. In a world where we think, and that's where it is. I couldn't believe she said it. When she said it, I just laughed. She's like, you're out there leaving your fucking kids so you could go to fucking concerts and fucking get drunk and chase dick. I did that once, and I didn't chase dick at the concert, and I don't get drunk. Realistically, no. Actually, the last time I drank was to Santa Muerte, when I did the Santa Muerte, and I still am carrying a little bit of tequila in my car for that. Really? I know she works. If I ever need it, I know she works. I know it. I always got weed and cigarettes, dude, and I've always got something. All you got to do with that bitch is give her an offering. Really? She likes tequila. It's like, all right. So when I did that, I did a drink with her, and that was the initiation. If you know anything about that culture, the Latin culture, you got to do an initiation drink with these people, bro. It's like if they offer you their food, you can't say no to their food. That's rude. That's rude, bitch. That's rude. You better get out of my house. What, you're too good to eat my food? Get out of my house. Really? Yeah. Realistically, that was the last time I had a drink, and it was just a shot. I just took a sip. And that's stupid. And again, chasing dick, I'm running from every one of these dickheads. Seriously? No. That was so far out. And when I accused her of not being able to fucking pass a drug test, she used my weight against me. Which, why does that bother me? Because I'm kind of insecure about it. I'm my daughter's size again. I feel like I'm too thin. I never wanted to be this thin. Maybe an inner part of me always wanted to be thin like this, but I don't. Really? My underwear fell off again. Seriously? I swear to you. I'll thicken back up. I know that. And then put a baby in me. That'll be better. You know what I mean? I'll thicken up, but that's where it is. She used my weight against me. She used what could be something good against me. And that's fucking funny. Why? Because I got a drug charge. I got charged. The only time I ever got caught with drugs, I told this story. I had a huge amount of drugs. I had an 8 ball of drugs. And they're like, what is this? I was like, it's mine. They're like, what? I was like, yeah, I just got my check and I buy it all in one lump because I can't, you know what I mean? And they're like, well, where'd you get it? I was like, down university. What's university? It's like Colfax. It's just the strip, right? And they're like, who'd you get it Why? Because everybody out there at that time, they were black people that sold drugs. Really? It's fucked up, I suppose. Whatever. So that's what I told them. And they're looking at me and they have my ID. And in my ID, I'm pregnant. I took that picture when I'm pregnant. And they're looking at me and I'm all tiny, weeny, skinny, skinny. And they believe that this is my own. So it's enough for me to get a sales charge. They're like, they want to give me a ticket. They're not going to give me a ticket for this because it's too much. They're going to give me a charge. They just don't know what to charge me with. So I tell them, I lie to them, and I tell them that it's mine and that I'm a tweaker. And they look at the ID and they look at me all skinny and they charged me with possession, not possession with intent to distribute, but just possession of narcotics. In that time, we had Proposition 36, which was what? It was a legal code that had been by that at that time it was passed that if you were not a drug dealer, but if you were a drug offender, your first time you were supposed to go to rehab instead of jail. It was like a get out of free jail or get out of jail free card. Really? So that's what I said. I said it was for me, and I knew these things. Really? If you're going to get caught bringing weed across the border, it's better to go in bulk. Why? Because after 10 pounds, then you do no, after 100 pounds, then you're just doing days. You do a day for each pound. Really? Nah, but before that, you're getting years. Really? If you're going to go big, bro. Realistically, just make sure that they put a donkey in front of you. What's a donkey? Somebody that's made to get caught so you can get through? How much do you know? Too much. Anyways, that's how I got out of jail. So then I get out of jail. It's Monday morning. I'm getting released. I went to see the judge and I'm getting released. And I go down to get my belongings because they released me right there. Really? I don't have to go back to Cleanus. I can get my stuff. Or maybe he did come to Cleanus. I don't remember. But I went to get my shit and he was there. Really? Yes. Who? The detective that arrested me, that was asking me all these questions about my husband. He's like, you're toxologist. Okay, so I was supposed to pee in a cup when I got there, and I told him I couldn't pee. I was like, no, I don't even know if I lied to him. I just couldn't pee. So they did a blood instead, and that took longer to come back because it was over the weekend. I had already been sentenced and OR'd, right? I was let out on my own reconnaissance. That's an OR. So I'm going to pick up my fucking property, and he's standing there at the thing waiting for me. He's like, your toxicology report came back and you tested negative for all fucking drugs. Said you don't even fucking do drugs. And I just smiled at him. Said I'm guilty as charged. He said I'm gonna fucking get you. I was like, no, you're not. And I never fucking did. I never sold drugs again because he was gonna get me, bro. He knew it. I got out of jail free. Really? Yeah. But I don't fucking do drugs. Really? No, bro. No, bro, I don't. But that's where it is. It's like, didn't you used to be a big bitch? Nah, yeah, I was. How did you lose all that weight? Praising God. They don't fucking believe me. I just got done telling her, dude, that I only have 2 weeks left, 14 days. And she wants to be like, oh, that's how you lost all your weight. Bitch, shut up. Is that how you maintain your physique? Hitting the pipe? Where's your torch? Nobody needs a torch. She does. Why do you have a torch? Can you tell me why you have a torch? Why do you have a torch? You vape. Why do you have a torch? You vape. She's gonna tell me because she does dabs, right? Bullshit, bro. Show me your dabs. I haven't seen her do a dab since I got here. I invited her to come down and smoke a joint. She's crazy. I'm moving on. In a world where we think we know it all and seen it all, a little mystery is a good thing. It is impossible to know everything, although we could think with the advent of social media that we have indeed seen everything about everyone. In the ancient world, even the world of a few hundred years ago, there was indeed great mysteries afoot, and many of these belong to the deep blue sea. Hey, I don't fuck around with the waters. Really? I mean, I'm a sonar. I'm like, oh man, we could have a whole fucking anything come up to me. That's what I gotta. Oh, you don't even know. Really? Yeah. I'm powerful. What happens when you put a toaster in the fucking bathtub? That was a good joke, Holy Spirit. Really? Yeah, I'm electricity. We don't really. I love to swim and shit like that, but I don't go into deep open waters. Why? Because I'm gonna have people calling in all things. You gotta see it, bro. Bugs, animals, birds, animals, people, things come to me. So I'm not doing that in the water. Why? Because there's all kinds of things down there that you don't want to see, and neither do I. I told God that when I went to Arizona, there better not be no fucking Scorpios and big ass fucking spiders crawling on me. Oh man, oh man, oh man. The Norse sailors did not just ancient ones, but right up to the 19th century, reported sightings of a great beast of the ocean with the whatever shape. I don't know, destroying their boats and even buildings on the shoreline of the islands during the Great Storm. This creature was referred to as the Kraken, and was greatly revered or greatly feared. What? I'm getting a download. Okay, so in the Tree of Life, we are so blowing through this. I told you this would happen. Really? Jupiter. I said, I'm going to blow through Friday and go straight into a Saturn, push my limitations, let something go. Here we are, Neptune. Who rules over Neptune? Poseidon. Poseidon rules over what? The Kraken. He rules over the seas. It's his little sea monster. Oh, look at your little sea monster. Can I pet it? Hades hates me. He loves me, actually. Really? Well, I'm favored by Zeus, fucking Poseidon. All the gods love me. He's like, I'm going to make her mine. Hey, if you don't stop praying to Lucifer for some bullshit like that and just make yourself worthy, try to woo me, as you said. Woo. Not whoa. Woo. Really? Yeah, you could start by bringing me some cream of mushroom soup from Arizona. That would have been one of the riddles, bro. That would have been some of the shit that fucking Baba Yaga would have made you do. An impossible venture. Something impossible. And yet the Holy Spirit would make it possible. Really? Something like FedEx or something. She's entirely impossible to please. She always sends me on these journeys. Hey, imagine if I was pregnant, what I'd be craving. I'm craving blood. All right, anyways, moving on. This creature was referred to as the Kraken and was greatly feared because it rose out of the deepest, which is your emotions, oceans without warning. No one knew when and where the Kraken would strike. That's it. I'm just sitting there quiet, and then all of a sudden, whoosh. Where did it come from? My emotions. Do you get this? We're talking in it's Christ again. We're talking in parables. Really? Yeah, we're moving on to a new chapter in our book, and it was all about parables. Really? I think it was Matthew 14. This gigantic sea monster was the bane of. You're like, the Bible? No, I know where I'm at in the Bible. This gigantic sea monster was the bane of sea travelers and fish folk for the coast of Greenland and North Atlantic, right through the Scandinavian waters. Some sailors were so afraid of it that they would even. What? My I don't know. My internet man was from Ukraine. The police officer that I called to the thing was from Poland. What are they? Starseeds. Called to me. The man that was in charge, the officer that was in charge of my eviction, while I'm crying, he tells me he's a pagan. And he put all of my stuff away, and God had it perfectly prepared for me. Really? Mm-hmm. He sends me. They come. They voyage far away. They send their starseeds, their best goats. Really? Even though they're just doing a service to my flesh, it's a soul exchange. Whereas when she comes, she'll come in this life and you will meet. You're going to meet her in this life. You will not recognize her. but you'll meet the Holy Spirit in this life. Really? Mm-hmm. They've been preparing you for me. Really? They didn't tell me shit about you until you get here. Like, oh, look at my little Starseed. Who the fuck is this? Sorry. Moving on. Some sailors were so afraid of it that they wouldn't even utter the word kraken without the fear that this would indeed summon it. He who must not be named. Really? Mm-hmm. In the Icelandic saga, over dear, it mentions I don't know how to pronounce that word, which is the kraken. It says, now I will tell you that there are two sea monsters, one called sea mist, another heatherback. It's a bunch of weird words. In the nature of this creature, it is the nature of this creature to swallow men and ships, drag them to with his arms, even whales, everything else within reach. It stays submerged for days. Then it rears its head and nostrils above the surface and stays that way until the change of the tide. The appearance of the kraken resembles a giant squid. The huge sucker and tentacle were often described so it is thought that perhaps sightings would indeed, I'm getting downloads, just that. What? I had gone and did everything today. The last thing I had to do was get sage. And on my way to do it, I was guided home instead. And that's what I told Morgan before all this started. I was like, I didn't stop to get sage, which means I still need to go out there. And I'd gone on and on about how I love that new bookstore and I love those people and how their soul can, they're actual spiritual people, not people practicing spirituality. It was like they're great guides. And so I told her that story. And as I was reading, I'm seeing go there. Why? Why didn't I go before? Because it's more important to go after. Whatever I've been through, you know what I mean? I didn't need preparation for what I've been through, but by the time I'll get there, I'll know what I'll need now. Really? I find that poetic because I had exactly enough in my wallet to pay for sage, but yet I stopped and got more. I do without knowing. My spirit says, you should stop at the ATM and grab some money. I don't question. Well, I don't know what I need money for, but that's a good idea. I'm about to spend the last of my money. You know what I mean? I do things in what seems as chaos. And another thing, I think about things long before I do them. I will manifest this completely, have already done it in my head before I actually do it in the physical realm. Like what? I have not made the wontons yet. I've been thinking about it for at least a week. I kept pulling it up. Then yesterday I finally got the stuff, but I still haven't done it. I used to say that that was just my laundry. This is how I handled that. But all my fucking laundry is clean. It's just a way of things. Really? It takes time to manifest into reality. I'll tell you I'm going to do something, but it's going to take time for me to do it. And that's why, because that's God's ways of doing things. I know that. Nobody does that but God. Really? God who lives inside me. God, you're messing with my life. Some descriptions, though, include spikes on the arms and huge teeth. Not quite so, excuse me, not so, excuse me, so not quite what usual giant squid would look like. The kraken reflects the unfathomable and wild nature of the sea and its unpredictability. The plant companion is the fir tree, and a crystal companion is the olivine. I don't even know what that is. Really? Mm-hmm. What is it? As again in the parable that I see it as, what this is in these cards again are based on Carl Jung. All of mine are. Really? Yeah, it's in here too. Somewhere in the introduction of all this bullshit. Here it goes. One of the pioneers in analytical psychology, the famous psychoanalyst Carl Jung, once said, everyone carries a shadow unless it is embodied in the individual conscious life, the blacker and denser it becomes. What Jung is suggesting here is that we are not immediately conscious of the bits of ourselves we may not like or wish to show, yet they still show up and are active in our lives. And that's it. She didn't want to see that, but I saw it. And then I saw how I reacted. Have I ever done that? Yes. I was guided to stand up. And she's like, oh, you just want to, she was getting ready to run. I was like, yeah, run away from the conversation like you always do. Run away from the truth. And she was getting ready to run. And then she started accusing me. And I got up, I grabbed my purse, and I got in her face, 2 inches from her face. Told her, don't you ever talk to me again. Again, if I get that close to your face, depending on what I say, there's a good chance you might hit me, right? Okay, well, that's where a lot of forgiveness for my domestic violence and whatever these memories are that I have. I take part in this. I can understand how my behaviors can be extremely triggering, and your reaction is to hurt me. I see that a lot lately. I see how people want to hurt me because they're hurt by my truth. I see this as a pattern. Even though I didn't see it before in my life, I can see this happening. I see how this could have got me in trouble before if I was always like this. Really? You can see why I don't want to deal with people, because I have to speak the truth, and you're not going to like this. And you're going to hurt me because of it, because you're hurt. And that's another thing I was taught, and we all do that. We use what we know against you. She used the little bit of shit she knew to try to hurt me. She knew that I'd went to a concert. I don't know where the drinking came from, but I think she assumed that I drank at the concert. She knew I was going to see a twin flame, so I guess she assumed that I was going to have sex with a twin flame. She knew I had lost a lot of weight, and since she's only seen that in tweakers, she assumed I was doing drugs. She made all of these assumptions that had nothing to do with the actual conversation that was being had. That's a deflection and a projection of what you know what I mean? You're putting stuff on me that has nothing to do with me. Now, the whole point is that's called gaslighting. When you point out that somebody is guilty of something, they will start pointing fingers at you. They'll try to say that you're wrong for accusing them, that what they're doing is okay, and that you're crazy and that everybody does it. And then they'll start making false accusations against you and lies against you because they can't face the truth about themselves. I wrote a song about this. What was the song? Can anybody remember the song? I feel like it wasn't 5150. I wrote a song about this. I'd have to listen to my beats to remember what the words were to my own song. But I wrote a song about this and I recorded it. Really? Mm-hmm. And that's just what people do. And that's why I wrote a song about it, because it was a true experience. It happens to me all the fucking time. I don't mind losing friends over shit like this, because that who's a friend when you're trying to say you're trying to live right and they want to argue what's right. That's not my friend. And I was being very friendly at the time by extending myself and telling her, and that's it. I didn't attack you. You attacked me when I questioned you. You can run around and play victim, and that's what it is. You always are fucking playing a victim to some bullshit, bro. You know, people are out to get you. No, bro. You're just triggered. And you put the meth pipe down. You wouldn't be so triggered about what people say and take such defense to everything. You're fucking bothered by everything, and you think it's all an alienation and an attack against you. Why are people attacking you all the time? Are they telling you how to live? Well, what's wrong with the way you live that people are telling you how to live? Maybe you should take into some of this constructive criticism, or just, the criticism, and just sit there and look at it. Why do people keep talking to me like this? Why do people keep treating me like this? What am I doing? Instead of just saying, well, she's a bitch and he's a dick and this is that and that and this. And that's where, where's the self-reflection? Where's the self-analyzation? Where's you in this? She went through this whole story to tell me about everybody that doesn't use a car seat. And I finally asked her, is it optional to you? And that can be any subject with me and you. Are some things truly optional? Yeah. Where we can have a disagreement. I don't have to be right. I don't have to be right. I'm curious why you think that this is right, is usually the argument to be had. Help me understand where you're coming from because I don't see that this is okay. And that's where you try to raw it down to something that it's not even true. You're like, well, my dad did it, so my ghetto ass friends do it, so I knew Star, right? She has a friend named Star that just brought home a baby on an oxygen tank and all this other bullshit, whatever she was talking about. I know a Star, right? Star had a expedition, but she had too many kids. Really? So she couldn't put them in car seats. My brother said later she got one of those big ass transit ones, but she had too many kids. She couldn't put them in car seats. And they would tear up that fucking car and they would be in the back of the car and she would always be giving them fast food and it smelled funny. And you know what I mean? And yet God let her drive around like that through the Mojave Desert and all those shit ass towns until they were bigger. Whatever. I don't know. But if you just got pulled over with your friend and you told me this story not too long ago, and I'm questioning you and you want to just keep going on and saying that it's okay and that I'm just attacking you and I'm a bitch and I'm a this and I'm a that, I don't want to talk to you ever again. Really? Really? And that's it. As soon as you get comfortable, if you get too comfortable, God will make sure to make it uncomfortable again. What is it? God doesn't want us to want me to be associating with her. I felt it anyways. Really? He wants me to be kind, but not be friends. And that's where it's kind of hard. People, and that's where I said, that's what happened with Diana. I told Diana, leave me alone. Don't ever talk to me again. Stay away from me. Right? But then when I would see her in public, God would tell me to be kind. So I wouldn't smile or anything, but I would, if her kid said something, or I would hold the door open. She took my kindness as I had forgotten and that I still wanted to deal with her. That's not how this works, dickhead. Really? Hey, I'm going to take this. This is sacral. I'm going to shove it in here. Why? My spirit said to. Really? Yeah. It happened. And shit happens. And I'm not surprised. Realistically, no. Was I supposed to shut up and let her talk her shit and accuse me and say all that stupid shit? I wasn't even supposed to question her. I wasn't even supposed to bring this up. This is my fault that I didn't get along with my neighbor. Fuck it. I have new neighbors. I have lots of neighbors and I don't need this. Really? I don't. I said I wasn't going to do this to begin with. And then, yeah, I freaking saw her and started talking to her. And God said no within 2 days. Why? The new moon. And that's what we said in our earlier video. You're going to have to cut some shit out. Realistically, yeah, I'm not fucking dealing with you. Really? I feel bad for her giving me the TV now. Realistically, I feel like God used her just to give me a TV, and that's not very nice. Seriously, I was really grateful for it. I mean, but I was online doing it. I was already looking for a TV, and that's what I told her. I'm trying to get me a TV. She's like, dude, I told you I had one. It's like, I know, but I hadn't seen you, and I wasn't going to come up to you and be like, what you got on my 4D. Really, I wasn't even counting on it. She just offered. So I guess I shouldn't feel bad, but whatever. I'm sure I'll give that bitch a TV. I'm sure. Do you want the TV back? I don't know. I'm going to go to the spiritual store and go get me some shit. It is really hot and beautiful. I'm getting suntan. I was shaking in my boots because really, yeah, those are some things, how dare you? And that's what it is. It's like, and that's what I told her as I walked away. I was like, the only reason you're bringing all this shit up is because you're fucking jealous that you don't do shit with your fucking life. And that's the truth. Oh, stay-at-home mom hates me. They fucking hate me. Okay, well, you know what, bitches? I've been able to have that kind of shit for a long time. Why do you think my neighbors hated me? I had cameras and people watching my kids, and I came and went as I wanted. You know what I mean? I did what I had to do. They fucking hated me before. You're really going to hate me now. Like, for real. You can hate me now. And that's what it is. Why? You despise me because of what? Because you didn't go to the concert? Because what? Because of what? And that's how fucked up it is. If you go back to the videos, I was stressing it. I was extremely stressing it. It wasn't about, going out and making friends and being social. This was about doing spiritual work that made me fucking completely stressed out. And so I made the mistake of taking that chick. No, I didn't. She needed that. That bitch probably had never been in a concert in her life. Realistically, it usually happens. And that's it. She needed that life. God used me for her to have life, and that's fine. And I needed somebody to, accompany me so I could feel strong about what I was doing. That's just it. God uses people and places and things. Really? I'm putting my stuff together and I'm about to head out. I'll label this and we'll go on with life. But that's it. Who's God telling you to get rid of in your life? Oh, nobody. God made me a perfect life. Okay, well, perfectly. Have a perfect day. Really? I'll bring some more darkness to the table. Really? We're only, I feel like we just went through it. And that's what it means. I don't even think twice about this shit anymore. Get rid of it. He says jump, I say how high. Really? Whatever he says, bro. It's not even questionable. I'm not Lucifer. I'm not Samuel. I'm not any of that. My skin might bitch about it, but I'm going to keep doing it while I'm bitching. Really? It's called obedience. It's obedience, bro. And that's it. What guided you to do all this? The truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. The truth is, you shouldn't be riding with her in the back seat of nobody's car without fucking a car seat. Really? I just had to vacuum my whole car because of all that. Well, actually, I had to clean my car anyways. I'm not going to blame it completely on her. But the seatbelt is still connected from this, you connecting her to the seatbelt 2 days ago and not unconnecting it. She crawled right out of it. True? True story. Anyways, hey, I love you guys. I'm gonna put my shit on and we're heading back out into the wild, wild world. Really? Uh-huh. I'm gonna get some sage and whatever else. I don't know. Just clearing it. I'm not even tripping. Why? Because I have. Oh shit! That'll make me trip. I have a new life, and he doesn't want certain people in it. Is that surprising? Are you tripping off of that? God chooses everything. He chooses what I do with my time, with my energy, where I go, what I eat, what I dress. He chose my outfit today. Really? What are you wearing? A cute little plaid skirt and a tank top and some flip flops on my jewelry. Okay. Yeah, and a little blue bow to go in my hair. Why don't you share your pictures? Because I don't need people like you or Bobby masturbating to me on the other side. Really? You want to get to know a bitch? Then come get to know a bitch. Really? But I'll be honest, and that's where people get angry. It's like, you don't even look like that with all your makeup off. I don't. What does it matter? What matters to you if I wear makeup or I don't? I'm still beautiful. And that's the fun part. I could go fucking undercover all the time. Not really. They still look at me, and that's what pisses you off. I don't have to have eyebrows. I don't have to have teeth on. I don't have to have my hair fucking pretty. I could go out here and everybody just wants to fucking know a bitch. Why? Because I got good energy. And that's it. She said that the other day. I was thinking about it. She's like, they fucking treat me like the plague and they're scared of my dog. Nobody's scared of your fucking dog. It's your loud ass mouth over here screaming all the fucking time. And you look so unapproachable. It could be the tattoos on your face, chica. Realistically, I'm just saying, you're mad that, I'm sure somebody in your life told you if you put a tattoo on your face, you're not going to get a good job. It's not going to go well for you. Mm. And yet, she's worked at every grease monkey in the fucking state, is what she says, in the Denver Metro. Have you ever tried to work somewhere else? Why do you keep going to a place that keeps firing you or you keep quitting? I don't know. I don't know. Guys, it was a weird day. It's always weird. Really? We're back on schedule. As the wheel turns, dun, 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 it's going to roll over someone's head. Seriously? I think so. Hey, I love you guys. God loves you. Do the hard work. Get through it. Yeah, just so you can enjoy the weekend. Yeah, I didn't want to make no plans. He said, don't be planning to hang out with her no more. She's not going camping with you. She's not doing shit with you. Really? Hey, she has bad karma. Really? That's usually why he wants you to stay away from people, because he's not done with them. Which means what? He's got to teach them some hard lessons, and you don't want to stand by and watch this. It's going to be hard. And if you're standing next to him, you're going to catch it too. Oh, I don't want to catch God. Not that kind of God. You want to catch God with me? Or you want to catch God with them? Really? Welcome to my cult. Well, let's start by taking your clothes off and getting baptized in the Holy Spirit. Please pull your underwear down. What the fuck? Seriously? I mean, I'm just trying to scare you. I try my hardest to scare people away. How scary am I? On a scale from scary of a witch, do you think I come off as? I love it. I'm gonna go get some more witchy tools and we'll come back with some witch work. Really? Yeah. I'm also gonna do some. I'm gonna do some baking. Really? I'm a quick kitchen witch. I'm baking some great shit. Really? Well, I got in there and I thought I was all inventive, and there's a people that have already made this. You know what I saw that they were making? Instead of wontons, they're calling them Asian. What do they call them? Asian nachos. Instead of folding them, they just put another one on top of it, and now it's a big old taco thing. I was like, that might be good. My daughter likes, really? I'm just experimenting in the kitchen. Why? I don't know. Why not? I got a kitchen again. Your kids aren't gonna. They never eat shit anyways. Really? Now they've been eating everything, and that's what it is. They have me baking shit. I was like, all right, tomorrow you guys are eating fucking leftovers. There's all kinds of weird shit in that refrigerator. Eat it all up, and I'll make you a bunch of new shit. Really? I'm doing the mom shit. That's why I was like, I don't want to go back home and clean and cook and fucking do nothing. I'm doing great. Really? Well, I'm still, being a priestess and going to battles and shit. I'm still the battle crow, so that's good. Realistically, I feel like we could have seen this coming. Watch this. It's in a card. Which card? The Notoria. How do you know? Because the spirit just showed me. Along with, I need to go. Where's the Notoria? Is gone. Right here. Do you talk to God about everything? Yeah. I wasn't supposed to talk to you. He's the only entity in my life. Ew, the 7 of Pentacles. Really? Reap what you sow, bro. Wolfman, would you like to take over the reading and tell them what this card means? Fine, I'll tell you guys later. For right now, cut off the fat. Really? Yeah, there's people in your life that suck. Don't take them into the rest of your hot girl summer or whatever. Considering the fact that I have 2,000 dudes. All right, don't take your bitch into, on vacation with you. If you have any intention of having some foreign broad, then you don't take your domestic broad to a foreign country. But you don't do that. You don't leave hey, you need to just cut cords. You don't want to be one of these guys, like, I get them all the time. Really? Yeah. They're like, I have a wife in another country and my kids and my family. Why? I don't know. I just attract married men. Something to make them feel alive again. Really, they're killing me though. Seriously? I guess. That's the only thing I can come up with. These men are dying in their relationships and God wants them to feel some zest for life. Send in the Lilith. I'll take your dude. He might come home, but only because I won't deal with him and you will. I'll send him home empty. He'll be on empty. Really? Yeah. Hey, I love you guys. Have a good one. Laters, haters.